Time for the CJFL coach's comments. Joining us is the head coach of the St. Clair Saints, the former Fratman, Mike LaChance. Hi, Coach.
Hey, how you doing, Ryan?
Changing the name from Fratman to Saints, how long has it taken you to get used to that, or are you used to
it? You know what? I broke the team down last night at practice, and it was Saints on 3. And after I said it, I kind of said under my breath, I got to get used to it. And it's a change. It's hard for me personally. I mean, it's tough because I've been around the organization since the early 90s as a player and then as an assistant coach and then obviously the head coach. But sometimes change is inevitable and sometimes it's good. And in this case, when it comes with the stadium that you see in my backdrop and the perks that go along with being with St. Clair College, the power of St. Clair College, the recruiting base that we get, the name is the last thing that I'm really concerned about at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. How does the team look as you come into week 1 here this weekend? Are you ready to go?
49 new players on an 80-man roster. Yeah, 49 first-year players. It doesn't necessarily mean they're all 18 years old and young. There's a lot of those are 22s and 21s and kind of been around the block kind of guys. But 49 new players to our program, and that's always going to take some time to get everything. I don't think the team that you see against Quinty week 1 is going to be the team that you see in week 8. And I'm sure a lot of coaches will think that and say that. But when you do have 49 new players, it's kind of almost like a new team completely. So you'll see some familiar faces, but surely a lot of changes too with some of our bigger guys.
Who are some of those veterans that you do, the few that you do have coming back?
Well, I mean, offensively, we're very fortunate to have Dante Lewis and Jared Hayes-Williams back, 2 All-Canadians. When you start with that in your perimeter, you could usually put some points on the board, along with that Corey Levesque at left tackle, and that makes you feel good about yourself offensively when you have a left tackle that's an returning All-Star. Defensively, Josh Allen is a returning captain. But Nick Brakovic and Anthony Garib also return at the linebacking core. So the linebackers are a steady force. And then in the secondary, Nate Norton, Dalmas Lynch, and Billy Patterson, who's a returning All-Canadian. So you have a good base. And when you have like returning All-Stars, returning All-Canadians, returning captains, you can build around it and you can find pieces to go with it. And I think that recruiting-wise, we did a heck of a job this year recruiting, and certainly St. Clair College, the allure of St. Clair College helped us.
Yeah. Looking at those players that are coming back, is there a renewed energy coming, not only because it's a new season, but how that season ended last year and now coming back into this year? There must be new fuel to this fire.
Yeah, you try not to dwell on it, but you dwell on
right.
it. There's no way around it, right? When I go to sleep at night, I think about it most nights. I'm sure our players are the same. And I think I've probably told them, I'm not going to mention it again. But the way that game ended, and I think I've said that 24 times in the last month and a half. So I'm probably as guilty of it as anybody. But the problem is it comes across as coach cliche, but you got to really take it one game at a time. There's 3 teams in our conference that have new head coaches. So who knows how this thing's going to shake out? One would think as an outside observer that it's Windsor, London, and Hamilton are the powerhouse programs that are going to return, and those teams are always good. But really, you truly never know on a week-to-week basis, and all you do is have to look at the BCFC so far this year and see that the defending champ is struggling a little bit right now in the wins column. And you don't take anything for granted. You could have a really good returning team. You could recruit the hell out of people, but at the end of the day, you don't know what you're going to get, and every season's kind of special new onto itself.
Yeah. How about the quarterback position for you? You don't have Michael Beal, I believe, not returning. Who's filling those big shoes?
Well, you know what? We just talked about it last night with a local Windsor media member, and it's a battle. There's a few guys in there, and we've got Dan May, who's back. He's a 4th-year player for us. He was an All-Star 2 years ago. Last year, he had an arm injury, a tendon injury in his throwing arm, so he was kind of on the shelf at the start of the year. And Mike really did a good job. Mike Beal took the team over really, and was an All-Canadian in his 1 year with us. Dan's returned, and he looks pretty healthy. He's kind of assumed leadership of the team, and he looks good. But he's got a lot of competition. We recruited Matthew Gannett, who's a first-year player. Went to prep school in Florida. Really athletic guy. I like him a lot. I think that he could add a different element to our team. He's a little bit more athletic as a quarterback. I haven't had that in a bit. And then Andrew Brush is a transfer from the University of Windsor. An older guy who's played in the CIS, a 6'4", 235-pound guy with a 65-yard arm all day. So you've got 3 guys they're kind of different. All 3 of them have their own qualities, the battle's been good, and I'll talk about it tonight to them and name a starter. But it's been good all camp long. It's been good. Andrew's kind of newer to the program. He only jumped in with us about 30 days ago, but he's really made an impact. And like I said, Dan's leadership and Matt's athleticism really have thrown some good competition into the fire. And I think that it's been good for all three of them.
Is that the position with the best competition in your mind, or is there another spot where you're really excited about?
No, I'm really excited about our defensive end position right now. Just our pass rush edge position. We really were lacking at it last year. We put a lot of linebackers there. This year we brought in three real special athletes to the mix. Tynan Brain Miller's from Missouri, a really good edge guy, a 6'3", 235-pound guy that can get after it. And Keon Gratton's a kid, not local kid, but a few hours away. Up in Kitchener, and he's a 6'4", 6'5", 220-pound kid that's really long and lean off the edge. And then we brought in Ola, and I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, but Ola's from the UK, and he played in the NFL academy in the UK, and he's a real special athlete, real productive and speedy guy. So I think adding those three edge elements to Coach Morency's defense will kind of change what people think of our defense. I think we are a blitz-centric defense before to create pressure. I think we're going to be able to create a lot of pressure just with our front four this year. So that's what I'm probably the most excited about.
Yeah. So this weekend for week one, will it be a lot of platooning guys coming in and out to see what they can do against live bullets kind of thing?
Yeah, I think we'll dress. I think there's 77 healthy bodies right now. We'll dress them all, and I'm hoping to play everybody as much as I can anyways. But it'll be interesting because, like you said, we got to mix and match. There's a lot of new guys in and out, 12 on the offensive line and 12 on the defensive line. Yeah. Those positions you tend to, especially defensive line, you tend to rotate. Offensive line, we tend to play 8 or 9 guys anyways. So it's not a huge deal. 3 quarterbacks is a little bit different. 8 running backs is a little bit different. It's hard to get those guys touches, but we'll do our best to do that. And I think our special teams will really benefit because of the depth.
Well, it's going to be fun. Your first season as a Saint. Good luck, and we'll talk to you down the road.
No one will ever call me a Saint again this year. I promise you that.